I do think the first thing to really think about is how you define engagement. I think that's a really key part. And I think traditionally, career services, people would think a one-on-one advising appointment, that's career engagement. But I think we can look at it broader. And, I recently listened to one of the former podcasts from the woman from UConn who was talking about their career champion program, right? And they're kind of educating faculty on career stuff that they can deliver in the classroom. That's engagement, right? It's not a career coaching appointment, but it's engagement with career content. And so I think when you think about engagement in broader terms, then you can think about how to deliver that at scale. And so the way I look at it is there are core career competencies that everyone needs, all students. I don't care if they have 20 years of work experience or 2 years. And I would say like personal narrative. So how do you introduce yourself? How do you connect the dots for people? The networking, of course, the resumes and cover letters, the interviewing skills, the personal branding, the negotiation, all of those things everybody needs. And so you don't need to deliver that content to every student individually, right? That's like impossible. So when you think about the core capabilities, then you can think about how can you deliver that in a group setting or to the mass of students. So for those, we do build workshops. So we do group workshops for all of those topics. And then the other thing is, not everyone needs to come to a workshop. They might just be able to engage with the content. And so that's where we use our website, which is built on the UConnect platform. Of course, huge advocate for that because we have our own career management model and we have communities for each of those core competencies. And for each community, then we can highlight the resources and information students need to know. So 24/7, this is the career anywhere, right? 24/7, a student who needs information on how to negotiate a salary can go to the website and find that content, right? They don't have to necessarily come and talk to someone individually. So all of those are delivered in something that's going out to a group of students, a workshop, the website, a newsletter, so content like that. And then students need some more targeted information on those topics. So for example, our master's in business analytics students, yes, they need to know how to do behavior-based interviews, but they also need to know how to do technical interviews, and that's very specific to them. So when we think about targeting those competencies, we would look at things like partnering with our student clubs or our alums. So our coach for MSBA might partner with the data analytics club, and they might create a specific workshop on technical interviewing. Or we might invite alums to do a panel and then do some mock technical interviews. And then when we get to somebody's very individual strategy, developing a deeper core skill, then we look to the one-on-one appointments. And then that way, the coaches, when they meet with students, it's high value. They're getting a lot out of it. They've already gotten the basic instruction they need. And now we can tweak that and make it so that they're like super competitive in what they're looking for. And so I think, scaling the services is something, again, we have, less than 1,000 students in our business school. And, at ASU, they have 100,000 students. So, when you think about how do you deliver individualized attention to people, I think you have to look at your engagement and how you're delivering across different platforms in that way and define it differently and have the data, right? The data is really important to be able to track those things. Who is coming in for a one-on-one appointment? Okay, these students didn't come in, but they did go to a workshop and they did watch these videos online. So they're still engaged, even if they didn't come to a one-on-one appointment.